a time to love just one. There's a hope placed in the future, on a dream of things to come. It's about now and then, living for the moment. It's you and me. It's about love. It's about hope and dreams, figuring out what it all means. It's me and you, and it's about love.
So I went to Brandy's Bridal in New Glarus, and I had the most fun ever. Obviously, it's always a girl's dream to try on wedding dresses. I think I tried on about 7 or 8 or so.
Hi, welcome to Brandy's.
I'm Chelsea.
Nice to meet you. I'm Brandy. I'm Brandy. Nice to meet you. And this is Danny, our manager. Let's start this way. Have you thought about bridesmaids at all?
Yeah, I'm thinking of shorter gray dresses.
Oh, cute.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So you do have a good idea of what you're looking for.
Our colors are black, purple, and silver. So.
Oh, awesome. That'll be pretty. We do have all of our bridesmaids start here. Okay. We have a bunch of T-links back there. Okay. Then they do go all the way down the center here. Everything is available in other colors, sizes, all of that stuff. And we do have the largest section of bridesmaids in the Midwest. If you see things you like, you're welcome to kind of pull stuff too and ask for colors, anything like that.
I'm looking for more of like an A-line, either plain or sweetheart neckline. So awesome. Some ruching maybe.
Okay, good. Well, should we go back and get started and look in our bridal gown room and let the fun stuff begin?
Sure.
All right. Right back here is our bridal gown room. Then you're welcome to come in here.
Okay.
This is where you feel overwhelmed.
Right. Trying on the dresses was an experience I had previous to this, but I did really enjoy the comfortable atmosphere that Brandy and her staff provided.
When I met with Jeffrey from Celebrations Entertainment, it was actually a different view for me of their company because I've worked with John, one of their DJs, through Celebrations Entertainment before. When we walked in, they had a gobo light with my name and Scott's name and our wedding date, which I thought was really cool. Looks like you have a lot of stuff in here. Is there anything specific you want to tell me about?
I want to show you everything.
Wonderful.
Well, first I want to show you what the DJ system looks like. This is just our standard DJ system, a table, a box, and a computer with the speakers up on the corners of the dance floor. Very simple, very elegant, and not in your face, big flashy signs and everything in your face, and so we're pretty proud of that. Okay.
I would like to have karaoke as part of my reception music. Is that something that you offer?
We absolutely do. We have a great karaoke system. We keep current on all of the current music and all of the classic music as well.
I see you have a lot of other stuff in here. Why don't you keep showing me around?
Okay. We love our photo booth because we call it an event photo booth or a photo lounge. A lot of photo booths, you have to step up into them and there's a little bench for 2 people. We like to call our event an event photo booth because you can fit 12 people in this photo booth.
Okay.
It takes about 30 seconds for all 4 pictures to be taken and then another 15 seconds afterwards for the photo strip to be printed out.
They have a beautiful studio where they can show you all of the various things that they have. It sets the mood in their studio so you get to see what it could look like for your wedding.
So Jamie from Beyond Elegant Events was super awesome as well. Hi, I'm Rachel. Nice to meet you.
Hi, Rachel. I'm Jamie.
Hi. So I just wanted to learn a little bit about what you do and how you help brides plan for the wedding.
We can do kind of as much or as little help as you want. We definitely don't come in and take over your wedding. We kind of let you lead a little bit on what you need help with.
We are both pretty laid-back people, and we'd like to have a nice romantic and elegant feel to our wedding without breaking our budget.
So what we would do is we would collaborate with you on taking a look at what your ideas are, what your budget is, and help put together a cohesive look that is unique and tailored to you guys specifically. Because obviously most clients don't want to have just to recreate exactly what's on a Pinterest picture because it's already been done.
Yeah.
So we kind of take your ideas, combine multiple different kinds of pictures, and create the look that would be for you. Our packages are essentially a block of hours to be used kind of however you want. The smallest package is 15 hours. Our biggest package is 100 hours, and we can create something kind of in between that's custom.
We got along great, joked around a lot, so she seemed like she really knew what I wanted for my wedding. The drive to Black Hawk Country Club was really pretty. The view is amazing. It overlooks a lake. Hello, my name is Rachel.
Hi Rachel, I'm Paul Anthony. I'm the general manager here at Black Hawk.
How many people does this room fit?
300.
Oh, plenty. Is this where kind of like the serving stations would be for the food?
Yes, if you decide to do stations.
Okay, yeah, like a buffet
most
or
people
something.
do sit-down dinners for weddings because it takes just so long for people to get through buffets when you have 200 people. But we can do anything you like.
Okay.
So this is the Mendota Room Lounge. This is where you would have your cocktails for your reception.
Okay.
And then we also have the deck out there, which you can certainly use.
So do you guys do outside ceremonies?
We do. We do them right here on the 10th tee. Here we go.
Oh, gorgeous out here.
That is pretty, isn't it?
Yeah, it's beautiful.
What we do is we set up your ceremony there on the 10th tee with chairs coming back this direction.
Okay.
There's a nice aisle between the chairs, and you would walk down the cart path and then onto the aisle.
Oh,
cool. Your back would be to the 10th green down there, and then to the side you'll see these wonderful views of Lake Mendota.
It'd be beautiful for pictures. The golf course is beautiful, nice and green with amazing views. It looked like a great place to have not only a rehearsal dinner, but a reception and cocktail hour.
Going to Chris's Confections was something I was very excited about doing, trying the different flavors.
Hi there.
Hi, I'm Chelsea.
Hi, Chelsea. I'm Chris.
This is my fiance, Chris.
Hi, Chris. Nice to meet you. Easy name to remember. First of all, you can take a look at what I've got here in the shop as far as display cakes. I also have 4 different books you can go through. 2 of them are fondant books and 2 of them are buttercream. All of your buttercream is on the side, and then there is 1 cake with the fondant on it.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's good.
Can never go bad with chocolate.
I like the filling a lot.
Yeah, I really like that one. Oh, really fluffy and moist. It's really good.
How big of a wedding are you 2 having?
Approximately 250 guests.
Okay, so you could do 2 to 3 flavors depending on what the setup of your cake ended up being.
Okay.
Generally, for every 100 servings, I tell people they can choose another flavor. And any of these cakes can have a different filling. The size of this cake up here is 202 servings. Comfortably will serve about 182, allowing for overcutting. So then you would make up the rest of your servings with side cakes that they could just keep in the back. Those cakes, if you decide to have fondant on that, those side cakes could have buttercream if you chose to do that.
B-Style Floral out in Mazomanie was a really cool place. Natalie was really great to talk with, and she had a lot of really good questions that I hadn't thought about as things that a florist would need to know. My girls are gonna wear the pale yellow, and then the guys are gonna wear all black tuxes with blue shirts.
Oh, I think that's a great idea.
And so I wanna reverse the colors for the flowers.
You had mentioned lilies. So I kind of just pulled a few pictures of stuff that I have the pure white in, but then I also just pulled some seasonal stuff that's gonna be available in October. Now for your bouquet, are you thinking all white, or do you want to bring both colors in?
I wanted to bring both colors with the white.
I think that would bring it full circle and really bring everything together. You know, then you got your blue, you got your pale yellow, and yours would be the ultimate of everything. Yeah. And do you have any children in the wedding, flower girls?
We have 4, actually. I have 2 girls and 2 boys.
There's lots of different options for kids now that I think are more fun than your typical, you know, throwing petals. I mean, if that's something they want to do, I say go for it, but there's some cute ideas like the pomander balls and the, you know, different little clutch bouquets that sometimes they appreciate more than, you know, the petals. So anything you're thinking about tackling on your own as like a do-it-yourself kind of thing for this?
I was originally thinking about it, but I think it's going to be easier to just have the help.
I met with Dickie from Abracadabra Limousines, and I had so much fun with him. He was super sweet, answered all of my questions, and just seemed like a really good limo driver that you could really count on.
We're looking for transportation for our wedding day, and just wondering what kind of limos you guys have to offer for different events.
We have 7 different vehicles. We have all the way from 30-passenger limo bus down to 25 limo bus, and then we have down to 20 passengers. Like this limo we're sitting in right now, the 20 passenger Escalade. This is a very special car. It's like a chameleon color on the outside. It'll change like 5 different colors in the sunlight.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
It's really, really pretty car.
Cool.
And then we have a 22 passenger Excursion, and then we have a 16 passenger white Hummer, and then we go down to white Continental 10 passenger, like a passenger car.
Okay.
But it's stretched.
That's pretty awesome. My fiance would be very jealous that I'm in this right now. He wants an Escalade.
I think he would be very happy with this car.
This might be his only chance to have an Escalade, so maybe we should use this one.
So I met with John at Goodman's Jewelers, and he was very welcoming right away. He started off showing me rings for myself, and we moved into seeing rings for my fiance Chris.
Do you have an idea of what you'd like for your ring?
For mine, I guess just a thin band with maybe diamonds all around.
So when is your wedding?
August of next year.
Okay, so you've got a little time to plan.
Yeah. How soon do you recommend coming in?
Generally 2 to 3 months before the wedding, you should certainly have your wedding rings figured out.
Okay.
So certainly probably by the middle of May.
Okay.
Good to have that kind of squared away.
But anytime before that is fine.
Anytime before that's fine. What folks do is pick out the rings they like and put them on layaway.
Yeah.
So they're
here. Right.
And you just pay a little bit each month. It helps with your budgeting.
Right.
There's a lot of alternative men's patterns or different metals and materials that they're made of today. There's a couple real nice choices. In the titanium or tungsten or ceramic.
Everything you can imagine when you walk in, they have it there.
When we went to Anu, first of all, their salon is huge and just beautifully decorated. We went back and talked a lot about bridal makeup, which is something that I was very interested to hear about because it's one of those days that you don't want to do your own makeup, you want to have somebody do it for you. How long has Anu been in business?
Anu has been in business for over 26 years. And of those 26 years, we have been awarded with the Best of Madison for salon services for almost every year that we've been in business. This past year, we received the top 3 placement in the best salons for bridal services in the entire state of Wisconsin, and that's an award that we have happily accepted many years in the past.
Why do you think the people in Madison have voted you the best for so many years?
It begins with our in-house education program. Each employee works with one of our experts for 1 year while perfecting cutting, coloring, and styling techniques, ensuring a solid foundation. Another reason why clients love Anu is because we offer services in a level system that is based on education and performance. The system ensures that you can receive the look you desire on any budget.
What other products do you offer in your salon?
We are a L'Oreal Professional Flagship Color Center. We also carry Schuilmora, Kerastase, and Label M for hair care products. And we pride ourselves on always carrying the best and most exclusive products that are available.
True Laser was my first shoot that I ever did, so I was super nervous, but it turned out to be a really good shoot. I learned a lot of information about it because I thought it was just, they only did laser hair removal, and they do more than that. You know, they do facials and microdermabrasion.
Talking about some of your skin concerns, one of the great things that we do here is a microdermabrasion. This is our microderm machine. And what that's going to do, it's a skin polishing technique that uses crystals in a vacuum. So it's going to go over the skin surface, helping with the tone and texture of the skin.
What are the benefits of microdermabrasion?
What the microdermabrasion is going to do, it's going to stimulate new cell growth on your face, or any area that you want to do. You can do décolleté, arms, face, helping with that tone and texture. It's also going to minimize fine lines, which you don't have to worry about yet, age spots, hyperpigmentation, if people have acne scarring, and then as well as enlarged pores or minimizing those pores. So what the machine's doing, it's just helping build that new skin cell turnover. It's helping with the fine lines. It's helping with hyperpigmentation if people have acne scarring. It's just a deeper exfoliant that you can do with us. So it's going to help with the tone and texture of your skin.
Danielle made me feel very comfortable and explained everything to me before she actually did the microdermabrasion on my arm.
I was very impressed with the ability of them that the guests are able to have a copy of the photos they took, as well as being able to put it in a guest book or a scrapbook type thing where they can write a message to us. Can you tell me a little bit about your photo booths, like why people choose them to have at their weddings?
Photo booths are fun for guests of all ages, and they allow your guests to leave your reception with a special keepsake.
How long do people typically rent a photo booth for?
Most couples choose to rent the photo booth for 3 to 4 hours. Couples tend to want to have the photo booth at the very beginning of the reception for the cocktail hour through the beginning of the dance.
How is photo booth creations different from other companies?
What sets us apart from other companies is that our prices are all inclusive. You won't have to pay extra for the scrapbook, use of the prop box, etc. We also have 2 technicians that stay with the booth throughout the entire event. One person makes sure the booth runs to its optimal performance, as well as welcomes your guests into the booth, and the other attendant will build the scrapbook throughout the evening to ensure that it's all ready to go towards the end of the reception.
When we met with Lori at Benvenuto's, she took us to a separate room that they have where they host various kinds of parties, bridal showers, rehearsal dinners, anything that you're looking for, you can host there. And it's really nice. Specifically for me, I think it's a great place to have a bridal shower because then you don't have to worry about cleanup. You can just have all of your important people there, open your presents, eat some food, and you're done.
Hi.
My name's Ashley.
Ashley, I'm Lori. Welcome to Benvenuto's.
All right. I was just coming in because I heard that you do rehearsal dinners and I wanted to see the space that you offer and ask a few questions.
Absolutely. Let's head back to the room. I'll show you what we have available.
So this is the room that we have rehearsal dinners in then?
Yes, this room can accommodate up to 50 people. It can be set up either just like it is now, or we can pull tables together and it'll be more banquet style. We set up 4 tables of 10 this way.
Okay.
And then we just up that number if you're gonna head up to 50.
Okay.
You know, we just keep adding people. So,
okay.
Yes, depends on the size of your group. We do have a room downstairs that holds up to 36. So 2 spaces are available.
Okay, but this is the larger of the 2.
Yes, it is.
All right. Any ways that we could decorate the space? Because my wedding isn't actually here, so if we had a rehearsal dinner in Madison, I'd want to get it decorated a little bit just because we're in a completely different space than where my wedding is going to be.
Right, absolutely. Just let us know. You can drop the decorations off and we can do it for you.
Oh, awesome.
Or you can send someone in early to set up for you. Whatever works for you.
That's great.
Chris from Hobbies Entertainment was a very interesting experience. He's a very charismatic guy and seems like he would be a lot of fun to have at your wedding.
Hi, my name is Rachel.
Nice to meet you, I'm Chris.
So you guys offer a lot. How do I start the whole planning process?
Once you book with Hobbies Entertainment, we get you logged into our 24-hour online planning website. And what that does for you is you'll be able to choose everything from start to finish. You guys have the choice of your day. It's never controlled by your DJ or your photographer. You guys choose everything. With our ceremony, the nice thing with that is you guys will be able to choose exactly what you want to walk in for. Okay. So if you've got a certain song that you want, say your mom's to walk into, you could do that.
How do we go about communicating with you what kind of style of music we want for our wedding?
Once you book with Hobbies Entertainment, we'll take you to our online planning forms. And once you see right here, you can click on either your ceremony, your reception, your event timeline, or your music request. If you're just looking for the music request, it's real easy. You click on music, you click on most requested, and this will give you our top 200 songs that we have out there right now. If you don't find it here, you can also go on and do a custom song search, and you guys can actually add that from there.
Transportation is very important for us. So meeting with Larry was a very good experience. Seeing all the types of vehicles that they had to offer, from the typical stretch limo that you usually see to the Hummer, to the party bus for the larger crowds.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Larry with Gal Night Limousine.
I'm Chelsea. This is my fiance, Chris.
Hi, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you guys.
Just looking, we're getting married next year, so we're looking to see what you guys have to offer.
All right, well, let's go and look inside this limousine.
How far in advance do you usually suggest booking?
We usually do at least 6 months to a year out, just because there's only so many limousines in the area, and you know, once they're booked, they're booked.
What types of vehicles do you offer?
Well, we have, this is a 10-passenger limousine. We also have an 8-passenger one. We have 2 14-passenger. We have a 1 Hummer limousine, and we have a Ford Excursion. Both hold 14 passengers. And then we have 2 limo buses that both hold 20 passengers each. We also offer shuttle buses, so if you need to get your guests moved, we have 3 different shuttle buses. One's a 24, one's a 33, and one's a 37 passenger. So if you need to get your group after the reception back to the hotels, we offer that too.
Okay.
it.
Okay. Would that come in like a package deal or is
Yeah, we would do packages in that also. Sometimes we do it before the wedding, getting them there, and then after the reception.
What's the minimum hours to rent?
We do 2-hour minimum.
Okay. For Saturdays too?
Yep.
The day that we met with Wade from Cupcakes A Go-Go was a really different experience for me because cupcakes for a wedding is nothing that I've personally seen. I think that it's a really cool idea. And he went through all of the different ways that you can make it happen.
Hello.
Hi.
My name is Ashley.
Hi Ashley, I'm Wade Stewart, owner of Cupcakes A Go-Go Cafe.
Generally speaking, how many different flavors do brides have for a wedding?
Depends on the number of pieces that they're serving really. So for 225 to 300, that's 4 to 6 flavors of cupcakes can be readily accommodated. And I try to suggest to or get couples to do half chocolate and half non-chocolate so that there's options for their guests to pick from. The champagne cake is the most popular wedding cupcake.
I've seen it a lot and I've never had a champagne cake.
We actually make ours with champagne.
Okay.
It's in the cake, it's in the frosting, and we make it sparkly and with pearls to give it that total wedding cupcake look. A vegan cupcake is one made without any animal products in it whatsoever.
You couldn't tell the difference at all.
You really wouldn't know.
Jemai's shop was super cute. It didn't hurt that she had a puppy with her. That was also super cute. She's willing to put the flowers together for you, but she's also willing to let you do it and guide you into making the flower bouquets yourself. And she seemed like a great person to work with.
Hi, I'm Rachel.
Hi Rachel, Jemai. I'm so glad you can make it. Well, I had a lot of fun on your Pinterest page.
Oh, good.
So,
I have a lot of things pinned.
Yes, it's been fun. What I had actually in inventory was this color palette, and that's why I put it together. It's not and it's not necessarily, I mean, maybe exactly what you wanted, but I'm like, I wanted to showcase a couple things that I have available. We could do some like fresh lavender, so even some maybe herbs to go along with the Queen Anne's lace, so it doesn't look like the Queen Anne's lace because it's such a natural, you know, flower that just kind of bring in some herbs and some natural and just amazing fragrance. It would also occur.
Awesome. And even these small little, those little flowers, like the little ones are perfect, and even some on that side.
Do you like the hydrangeas?
I do like the hydrangeas.
Okay, and these are California hydrangeas.
Okay.
So there's other kinds of hydrangeas as well, and this colors, like I said, are just some that I had.
We met with Missy at Paper Piper. I went in there, she asked what my colors are. I said black, purple, and silver. She brought out the biggest array of black, purple, and silver papers that I could have imagined.
We do stationery. Everything from save the dates and invites all the way down to place cards and the rest of it. Those pieces, the place cards, the programs, you don't have to think about right now. But get the wheels turned. The way we work is you order as many invites as you need. You don't have to order them in 25s, you don't have to order them in 10s. If you need 150 and you want 3 extra, you order 153. There's no, you always want a few extra because you never know. Besides the actual invite, do you need an RSVP card? Are you having meal choices? Things like that. With actual RSVPs, there's 2 ways to do it. One could be a response card, and this is actually a postcard, and then that just gets postcard postage. So it saves you a little bit on the postage, a little lighter in the actual invitation, so that helps with the weight. Besides that, directions, accommodations, that kind of detail. Besides the invite, there's 3 main things you need: an RSVP, we'll call it details, directions, accommodations, website if you have that, that can go on there, as well as reception information or wedding day. The way you present it is kind of key.
Paul and his wife from Paultober Photography were a lot of fun to talk with. They had so many different insights on how to do the photography for your wedding to make it more convenient for you and to give you more time with your guests while they're there. I thought that they, with all of their experience, had really beautiful work. He has amazing pictures in his studio that you can take a look at.
Do you have anything specific that you feel sets you apart from other photographers?
I hope there's a lot of great photographers out there, and the work should speak for itself, but you know, that's really only half of it. You really need to be a good people person and have a calming kind of effect. That's kind of what I pride myself on. Instead of making a bride more nervous, I have that ability to really make them feel much more comfortable. I'm taking care of them, and no stress.
He's very easygoing.
Right.
With all your experience, do you have any advice to give to me as a bride?
What I would say is make sure when you're sitting down with a photographer that one, you're sitting down with the actual photographer that's photographing your wedding.
Right.
I mean, it's all about the personality of that photographer, whether or not, it doesn't matter how great their pictures are. One, you want to be sure that those are his, and two, like we were just talking about before, it really is so dependent what that photographer's personality is and you two playing off each other. Is it a nice match?
Jennifer from Lake Windsor was awesome. She had just gotten engaged, so that was a lot of fun to talk to her about her engagement and listen to her describe everything that you could possibly do at Lake Windsor.
Well, I'm going to walk you through and kind of explain wedding ceremonies to you, okay? Usually what happens is your guests will arrive and they'll actually come out from their cars. We don't have any charge for parking or anything like that. Your guests will come in and they'll actually enter here. And all of your chairs and everything would be set up in the lawn, ready to go. If you want to do any live music or anything out here, that would be playing as well. And your guests can come, they can have a seat on the patio, they can go inside. The bar would be available for them if they want to grab a cocktail or an ice water. And then once it's time to go, we're going to seat all of your guests in the lawn, and I'll kind of show you some photos so you can see it set up. But we're going to seat all of your guests in the lawn area, and then straighten this area again. It would be completely empty. Bar area would be completely empty, and then we come and line you guys up. So I'll kind of start you there, and we'll walk through.
All right,
Does that sound good?
Yep.
Perfect. So the wedding party is going to line up here in order. You would be last. As you can see, no one can see you from here, but you're going to be able to hear all of your cue points, all of your music and everything that's going. And then once it's time for you to go, day of, we straighten all this patio, we put all the umbrellas up, all the floral and everything would be out here. Guests would all be seated, and then we're going to line the wedding party up, and everyone's going to go down and go to the altar area.
At Fred Astaire, we had a great time. The chemistry between Chris and I actually worked out better than I thought it would. We both love dancing. We're at weddings, we're known at being the ones that are on the floor the entire time. So just dancing in a different way than what we usually do was really a different experience.
How do you help someone who may have 2 left feet or don't have dancing experience?
That's pretty much 99% of our students who's coming through the doors. They're coming in with 2 left feet, and so far we have been having good success with it. We normally suggest our wedding couples to perform at one of our Friday night parties before the wedding. It's pretty much just everybody's kind of scared about it, but they're getting the most fears out that evening, so they can mess it up here, but so they don't mess it up at their own wedding. I think the main thing what we're trying to provide here is, of course, teaching people how to dance, but mainly is also give our wedding couples the confidence and that they're getting comfortable with what they're doing on their wedding day, so they don't have to stress out or during their wedding day that they are going to be dancing 3 minutes in the evening, that they feel comfortable with it, and that's the main thing. So it's not so much about what you're doing it's more how you're doing it and how you feel by doing it.
Don't put that on there.
I don't know. It's so hard to talk to a camera.
Okay, I don't know what else to say.